Doctor Strange and Into the Multiverse of Madness is the newest entry into the MCU. Now, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of the new Doctor Strange movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button, click subscribe. And without further ado, let's jump into this review of Doctor Strange 2. Okay, so Doctor Strange 2, Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness. I have been excited for this movie for a long time. Since they announced it, I was like, cool, I'm excited for it. I love the first Doctor Strange movie. I love Doctor Strange in the Avenger movies as well. I loved him in No Way Home as well. The trailers were awesome, but what really pushed it over for me, that got me super excited, was the announcement of Sam Raimi coming to direct it. I have loved his Spider-Man movies. I love his horror movies as well. And having him come in to do this movie and turn it into a horror style MCU movie was just so excited. I was so excited for it. It's exciting. Something unique, something different. That's what I want. That's what I want to see the MCU do, is something completely different. So having him come in and direct, knowing he has a good track record with comic book movies, and he knows how to bring horror elements as well, mixing those two together got me super excited. Not to mention, I love Doctor Strange as a character, so it's great to see him come back. What did I think of this one? I like this one more than the first Doctor Strange movie. I think it is a good, decent movie. I do. I don't think it's top tier MCU though. I wouldn't put it up there with like the likes of No Way Home, Infinity War, Thor Ragnarok. I wouldn't put it up in there, but it is a solid, good movie, and I really enjoyed the whole story, the characters, and everything that was brought to life. I will say though, this movie is probably one of the best looking MCU films. From the coloration, it's just vibrant. It is vibrant, so good, especially when there's this beautiful, insane sequence that happens in the movie where a certain character does something and they go through this brilliant scenes. It's very equivalent to the Mirrorverse scene that we saw in the first Doctor Strange. It's mind-boggling and it's beautiful to watch. The colors were just beaming out at you. You were just encaptured in that moment. It was so incredible. It's fantastic. The cinematography in this movie is fantastic, like top tier. One of the best in the MCU. It's just so vibrant, so great, and I really liked it. I also liked the little Easter eggs and little certain song choices and score choices they used in this particular movie that really worked well for me. It really did. I really liked those from certain animated shows, certain other shows that we know. They were in there, so you guys will know. If you've watched all these shows and that, you would know and pick up those Easter eggs, which I really enjoyed as well. Doctor Strange is a character I really enjoyed as well. I loved his chemistry with other characters throughout this movie. I did like that. It's really much focused around him and the new person we saw, American Chavs, I think her name is. It's really centered around them, and obviously Wanda is in here as well. I like what they did with the characters. I really do. The chemistry, it all worked. The story worked as well, and I'm super glad with what they did with the story. I was hoping they were going to go down the route that they went down. I was fingers crossed, hoping that that's how they were going to go, and they did go down that route, which I thought makes total sense, and it really works. Now I can see the connection between Spider-Man No Way Home, WandaVision, and this one. When Kevin Feige said that they're sort of like a trio and they all sort of connect together, I can now see where and how they connect, and it worked. It worked, and it was just brilliant with what they did, and Sam Raimi was great. What I also loved about this film a lot is the horror elements that Sam Raimi brought to life. This felt like an MCU movie, but different because of the horror elements. I wouldn't say this is for particularly little kids. I mean, I wouldn't take my kids to go watch this because they would have nightmares, because there's some of the effects, some of the creatures, some of the things that we see in here, and the way that Sam Raimi does his horror. There's jump scares, there's all these sort of great elements that you just associate with horror films in this movie, which I thought was absolutely brilliant because it just gives you that fresh, vibrant feel of something different. Because you don't want this repetitive thing that the MCU can do over time, where the movie, it's the same sort of style. That's what I'm liking about Phase 4 so far, is they're starting to feel different. That's working for me, and this one is no different as well. There is also some surprises of certain characters popping up here and there as well that a lot of people are going to get a kick out of. Don't go in expecting too many of them, because to be honest, there's not a lot of like big wow surprises. But there are some that people are going to get a kick out of as well, and it worked as well. I enjoyed that. That worked. So it was like fan service, but it was like correct fan service. It wasn't just, here, look at this character. Ooh, look at this character. Ooh, look at this character. It served a purpose and it worked. And that's what I liked as well. The story works as well for me. It does. I like the story that it did. The multiverse stuff in this, though, is... You've got the stuff in Loki. You've got that stuff. And then you got this multiverse stuff. And then you got the one from, like, Spider-Man No Way Home as well. And it's like... I don't know if... It's strange. It's very, very strange. No pun intended. But I feel like it's... I don't know what they're doing with this multiverse, because it doesn't sort of make sense with what Kang was saying in the Loki series to what we see in this movie. And with all the TVA and the different variants and stuff like that, like, I don't know, it's bizarre. But I guess it's going to connect now. There is a post-credit scene as well at the end, as always is. And it's very interesting as well. It's got me excited for the next stage. So yeah, look out for that. But overall, I like this film. I do like this film. I'm going to have to see it again to see where I would actually rank it in the MCU. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Doctor Strange too. So yeah. So this one is very hard to talk about without spoiling, because there's certain things that I want to talk about that I can't spoil for you guys. So yeah, so I enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. See you guys next video. Till then, stay safe and peace out.